be a little bit longer because I plan to do this whole thing, the whole model, with color and everything. Of course, it will be a little bit more simplified probably, because some of the things I might not be able to do for such short time. But anyway, first I would like to make overall shapes of the body and the head, because I'm planning to do what? This is not something that I'm planning to do. I'm planning to do I forgot what I'm planning to do. But anyway, my arms and my hands and my brain will guide me, even if I don't want, if I don't know. But the idea is that I will not do, usually when I'm making a head, for example, when I'm sculpting a head, I'm doing the head with the part of the body. So with the neck and a little bit of the torso, of the upper torso. In this case, I will not do that because it will be better if I sculpt it separately. So that's what I'm trying to achieve here. Okay, let's inflate this front portion here. I don't know why, I'm just gonna inflate it a little bit, but not too much, because you know what will happen. YouTube will say, you're making pornographic content, stop it, or we will disable you forever. And yeah, I know this is YouTube stuff. It's always like this. And I'm not doing any pornographic content, as you know. I am just sculpting bodies, which sculptors are doing for centuries now, but YouTube doesn't care. He's this kind of a guardian of the human rights, no, but of the values, of the family values, that allows so many things, but no, sculpting tits is not one of them. No, sculpting tits. If you want to sculpt tits, go someplace else. Go to Vimeo, for example, or other platform, but not in my watch, says the YouTube guardian. Angel, whatever. Doesn't matter. We can hate whatever, however we want. Everything is fine. It is what it is. It's just not allowed to sculpt tits and other things. Breasts, excuse me. It's breasts. Tits is not exactly the thing that we want. Although we want them, but still it's fine. And now we will try to do a little bit of a mouth here, which, yeah, there will be a lot of iterations for the face, because even with all my huge amount of experience in the subject, like I'm sculpting from 2010, I think, so 15 years of experience in the field, still, especially female faces are a little bit hard to do. And they require a little bit more time. It's not like they're done, no. They require a little bit more time than anything else. That's why it will be interesting if I'm able to do this whole character for about 2 hours with color, clothes, accessories, and all. It will be pretty interesting. For those who are watching live, yeah, you will not know. I also don't know now. For those who are watching later, they just will scroll at the end and they will see if I was able to do it. So it's easier to watch this later. So I suggest you just go, do something else and watch it later. It will be easier for the anxiety. If you have an anxiety, then it will be better for you. Just play some game on your phone or whatever. And yeah, this came out a little bit like the Joker, but if we make the mouth a little bit smaller, and then, yeah, it will happen. Yeah, relax, I'm gonna fix everything. Almost, not everything, of course, but many of the things I will fix, so it's not a problem. Here we will keep this pretty stylized, the breasts I mean, otherwise, you know what will happen? We'll get a lot of messages that your video has pornographic content and needs to be removed. Then I will appeal, they will put it back on because it's not pornographic content, but then the stupid bots of YouTube will again remove it. Then I will put it back on again and they will remove it, and then I will appeal and then we'll put it back and they will remove it. This happened with one of my videos before, so I know what exactly happens in these situations. And I don't know, I don't completely like it. It's not my cup of tea. But of course there is nothing we can do except for not making pornographic content. I know, wow. Not making pornographic content. I haven't even thought of that. Maybe that's what I should do. Stop making this pornographic shit, you know? Wow. Wow, this came up to me now. It's so simple, yet so genius. Stop the porn shit. Okay. Yeah, so now we know. Now we know what we have to do. So simple. I don't know. It's just out of this world. Wait, is that really Chung Li? Yes, this is the European version of Chung Li, so relax. It's not the Asian version of Chung Li. Maybe the name is deceiving you. It's Chung Li, but she's European, obviously. Yeah, another version, you know, it's not, but I just liked it. I just saw it somewhere in our station. The artist name is in the description of the video, as always, when I'm not using AI. Sometimes I am, you know. And I'm not sorry about it, because when I think that some image, doesn't matter if it's AI or not, is kind of be good for sculpting, and it will kind of maybe bump up my skills or the skills of other people who are trying to do it, then I am just doing it. I don't care if it's AI or other type of eye. Maybe some other eye, not only AI. What kind of other eye could be? I don't know. Okay, her teeth should be a little bit narrower probably. But we'll see. Let's try to make some basic eyelashes, and we will go from there, because the eyelashes are pretty important for this character. Maybe we can make her a little bit more Asian looking, but I don't know. The best thing will be to keep ourselves close to the concept if we can. Since I usually can't for this amount of time, because usually following the concept will take me a little bit longer than 2 hours, for example, unless I'm a little bit lucky. Because luck, I always tell you, luck is involved in this. Definitely is involved. So if we are lucky, we can make it like very quickly. But usually we require a little bit of mastery and skill. Skill is probably a bit more important than luck, but not too much. Like a couple of 1,000 times more important, which is not too much. As we know, 1,000 times doesn't mean anything at all. So now I bumped up the resolution of this this hair, I mean, and it's too much, but we will see what will happen. I probably will keep it. This is Vulkan after all. Vulkan engine in Blender supports huge amount of polygons. It supports like at least 10% more than before. I mean, it's wow, mind-blowing, 10%. I'm not sure. I'm just inventing numbers here. Probably it's more than 10, but I'm not sure. But what I'm saying is people are very excited about this, and but if you try it actually and compare it to the old Blender without Vulkan, the difference is not that huge. Yeah, the hype is real. The hype is real, but the difference is not that huge. Although it should be, because on theory, Vulkan is an engine which supports multi-core processing better than the other one, the other engine that they used before, OpenGL or whatever, I'm not sure. And people with high core count CPUs should benefit more from Vulkan. I have 16 core AMD CPU, which is 32 in the operation system, 32 cores, and still I don't see too much huge direct improvement, which is sad, as some guy says in our Discord server. Sad. Yeah, he's talking exactly like that, like a robot. Sad. But of course, you will never know if you don't join the Discord server. And if you actually just want to join the Discord server and join our sessions sometimes in the streams channels in the Discord server, you can do that from the description of this video always. And many people are doing it actually. After a stream, I see a surge in the people who are joining Discord. At least like 10, 15, 20 people sometimes join the Discord every time I stream. So if I stream every day, 2 times a day, and after every stream 20 people join the Discord, what will happen is we'll have 40 people every day joining, which will mean that we will have, for 100 days, we will have 4,000 people joined. Wow. But we already have in the Discord, how many people you think? 10,000. Yeah, the Discord server is 10,000 people inside. So it's kind of a big Discord server for 3D, if we may say. I don't know how that happened, but it just did. So, yeah. But now, we are live. And I am streaming from Sofia, Bulgaria, which is in Europe, in the poorest country in the European Union, Bulgaria, but still in the European Union, and soon with Euro as currency. As probably all of you know, because you are watching the last stream where I mentioned this. And probably it doesn't concern any of you. But I cannot speak only about the sculpt when I'm sculpting, you know, it's just boring. So I'm speaking about a lot of things. And I think that's okay. If you don't think that's okay too. So yeah, we have to be careful. Everybody have their strange things. Stranger things. If you don't have your strange dark secrets or strange things, you probably are AI. Or something similar to AI. So we have to be careful with you. So now, the most difficult thing about this character will not be, for me at least, will not be the head. It will be not the head. It will be actually the hand. Because making a hand like this and making it look reasonably fine, it's relatively difficult, as you can see from this particular hand in here. The thumb is not exactly, in my opinion, very particularly nice. So we will have to spend a lot of time in making the hands. That's why this particular video will be a bit longer than usually, at around 2 hours, and I will probably not answer too much question, except if we happen to end up making it a little bit faster than I anticipate. Now, 14 minutes into this, we are still struggling with the head. So, I don't know. Maybe we will not be able to do it, even me. I mean, I will not be able to do it, but we'll see. It's still we have time. So, let me increase the resolution of the head, because I think smoother head for a female is a bit better, a bit nicer to have smoother head. Let's see. The nose is, I don't completely approve the nose of the character, so I may make the nose a little bit differently. but still I like some other things, like the mouth is fine, and yeah, we have a nice chin and everything, so overall it's fine. Also, I like the eyes and the eyelashes. They are pretty nice eyelashes, so we will try to make something like those eyelashes, like this. Very fake for 3D, because usually if you want to really make those eyelashes properly, you have to make them from a separate mesh. Making them from the same mesh as the eyelids is lazy, which I assume I am. So lazy. Ba-da-da-dum. Feeling so lazy when I'm sculpting. Lazy. Feeling so lazy when I stream. I don't know. I don't think I'm super lazy when I stream, actually, but still. Lazy. You know? If you don't know, you never know if you don't know. No. You never know if you don't go. You never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star, but you came all get play. Hey now. Alright. I think it's not ultra bad, we may say. So let's leave it for now. It's not the best. Anyway. But we have the eyes. We have the mouth. The teeth, I mean. So now what I need to do is rotate this. So to make the pose, I will leave the body as it is. Move my camera like this, so the body is relatively this position, and then I will move the head around what I need to be, what I need it to be. And yeah, it should be a little bit like this. And the body actually, yeah, we need to do a little bit of modifications for the body, most likely. The eyes should be a bit bigger, and the overall head should be smaller. And the distance between the chin and here, this area, is gonna be a little bit smaller probably. And then I will fix the neck. Yeah, we need this kind of thing. Here we will have this relative shoulder, and she's starting to get in shape a little bit. Of course, we need more work on the face, because it's always gonna look not so good if you just spend like 15 minutes onto the face. Try to sculpt the face and spend like 20 minutes on it. You will see, you will notice that it's a little bit not so good. But if you spend like 2.5 hours on the face only, then you will notice that it's gonna be quite much better. So yeah, this particular face we have spent a little bit less time in it. Not even 20 minutes. So yeah, we cannot expect a huge results from this amount of time. But anyway, so now, what will we do? I don't know. We have to do, of course, the arms and the hand. The hand is in this particular model because I tried to sculpt it before. A couple of hours ago I tried it, and it turns out that the hand is one of the most difficult areas. Oh, any tips on how to lose the fear of sculpting directly in the pose? You probably will have to try sculpting directly in the pose a couple of times. Then you will notice it's too bad, and then you will stop doing that. And actually, I don't think anybody needs to do that, sculpt directly in the pose, except if you are sculpting with clay. If you're sculpting with digital clay like we do here, you don't need to sculpt directly in the pose. And that's, I don't recommend it actually. It's not a good thing. It's not gonna give you a good results. Except if you're a specialist, if you are a very good sculptor, for example, which I obviously am not, because it's difficult for me to sculpt directly in the pose. Even now, I'm not sculpting directly in the pose, because I will do this arm, then I will mirror it on the other side when it's relatively ready, and then I will kind of just adjust the pose for the other arm. I will not sculpt both arms separately, because it is kind of stupid to do so, I may say. If you're a digital sculptor, of course, but if you're a real sculptor, then I don't know, maybe you can do it. Maybe you're so good. I'm not, and that's why I'm not doing it. What is this, you say? This is her, the palm of her hand. Amazing. Her face is looking pretty much bad, I may say. It's with this kind of teeth that are coming forward. Maybe we should push them back a little bit. And maybe we should inflate this area here a little bit like this. Yes, that's not bad. She's kind of young and very pretty in the concept. In our version, the model, she's not good. But don't say Niku has lost it yet, because we have time. When 2 hours have passed, we will see what is what. Maybe at some point my skill will kick in and we will do great. But of course, we don't know that. Now, usually when I'm doing the thumb, the thumbnail is pointing away from the other thumbnails. But in this case, when the thumb is closer to the palm, it's pointing almost the same way. Now, we will have 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, and the pinky will be a little bit away from the other fingers. So this is very loose. But again, if you want to do something, whatever, I mean sculpt, whatever, you have to first do something and then adjust it. If you don't have anything, then what are you doing? So first we are doing something very loose, then we are adjusting it, and at the end we will have it. This is not exactly the perfect way to do a hand. Usually I will do just the palm without the fingers from the mesh, which is fine, and then I will put the fingers separately, one by one. Here I'm just acting a little bit differently, because I like variety. Sometimes I like to do things a little bit more different. Also, it's always kind of uncomfortable for me to think that I have to put another mesh for something. Even now, after thousands of times that I've put other meshes like for clothes, for fingers, for everything, for teeth, for eyes, I'm always like, I have to put another mesh here and I don't like it. And I always don't like it. It's just the way it is. So if you are scared of putting new meshes on your model, it's normal. It's human, because I am too. It's not exactly that I'm scared. I'm just feeling always this kind of uncomfortability. I'm like, oh, I have to put another mesh here. It's like, bleh. Let's make it more expressive by doing this kind of thing. Make sure you have, if you are doing this model, make sure you have like thickness, especially in the palm area. And the thickness is kind of getting smaller and smaller the more we go to towards the fingers. That's a good tip for exactly this model. Also expressive. Now here, since this particular pose of the hand is not something that I do every day, it will be a little bit harder for me. But what helps me is to do just this and watch my hand from all sides. And I'm seeing a couple of things like here I can do this, here I can do that, here I can do there are things that I can do, so I will just do them. I will just make this stump a little bit curvy, like here, like this. And I'm telling you, I will spend a little bit more time than usual on this particular hand, because it just needed to be better. And hands are very important in any character model, definitely. Face and hands. This is where you should put most of your time. If the face and the hands came out relatively nice, then your model will be on another level. If the hand is bad, because hands are, let's not hide it, they are difficult. Hands are hard to do. Everybody knows that, and it is what it is, but they are needed, so we have to do them. If we do them properly, then it turns out that we are good artists. If we do them not properly, then it turns out we are shit. So yeah, do you want to be a good artist or shit? That's up to you. If you don't want to be shit, of course, then you have to spend a little bit more time practicing the art of hands, arms, faces. Yeah. And then you will not be shit. Of course, I have a course for that. I have courses for most things. They're paid. I know, sudden change of pace, everything is free, everything is nice, and suddenly paid courses. What happening here? But that's life. I have to live from something. I have to eat. I have to go to Greece. I have to go to Thailand. I have to go to where will I go to? Romania. I will go to Romania next. It will be in November. I will go to Craiova, Romania, because they have, I heard, they have a very nice Christmas market there. So I will just start the car and go to Romania. November. In the end of November. It's gonna be an interesting trip. But still, yeah, I have to do all those things. So, yeah. Buy the courses or don't buy them. Everybody who needs the course, they will buy it. If they don't need it, they will not buy it. So, yeah, what am I saying here? I don't know. Okay, let's go mirror this on the other side, and now it's starting to look relatively fine. So those arms now are a little bit small, in my opinion. They're looking relatively fine, but they're small. So let's make them a little bit bigger. So a little bit bigger. Maybe a little bit longer this way. Why not? And now it is better. So this is, of course, how to measure the size of the arms and everything is a question of practice and skill, which comes with practice. So yeah, you may not know, and your arms will be very tiny, or your arms will be very huge and long. It's absolutely normal, especially in the beginning, especially before you have at least 1,500 hours into sculpting. When you have already 1,500 hours, so 1,500 hours into sculpting, then probably you should be better. And if you're not, then maybe sculpting is not for you, and you have spent 1,500 hours of your life doing something that you don't like. So be afraid. Be very afraid. That's what I'm saying. You have to always be afraid. If you're not afraid, then you probably are very relaxed, which I don't understand. I'm always afraid. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to be afraid. To be a good sculptor, you have to be afraid. So yeah, amazing stuff. Amazing. Today, a very, very nice tips by Nico we have. Being afraid, but not only afraid, very afraid. Is this gonna be pornography? I don't know. Hopefully not. Pornography. Come on, algorithms, be a little bit smarter. Don't be a dick algorithm. So this will be our one of our legs. So what I'm doing here is very interesting. Pay attention. Now, as you can see, one of her legs is straight and the other one is very bent. So what I will do is I will make one leg and duplicate it, but the leg that I will make is gonna be between those poses. So it will be relatively bent, but not too bent and not too straight. So it will be in between. And then, when I'm ready with the leg, relatively ready with the leg, let's, by the way, mirror it. Wow, this is so bad. But still, yeah, when I'm ready with the leg, I will just bend more one of the legs and straighten the other one. It will be easier than to make two separate legs from scratch. Of course, it's normal. And as again, the shape of the leg maybe is not correct. It's not what we need to be. Nothing in the beginning will be as we wish, but in time, with watching the concept and doing stuff, we'll be able to fix all those things because we know anatomy, we know female anatomy, and by we, I'm saying I kind of know it because I'm a teacher and I teach this kind of stuff. So maybe if you want to know it, you can watch my videos, you can watch my courses. Of course, they are paid. Again, I'm saying it again because I want to emphasize. Some people will probably say, okay, I will go to get the courses. And yeah, they will see, oh, $20 for a female anatomy course. What the fuck? This is too much. I'm not paying this kind of money. I'd rather go and have lunch for this money instead of getting a course that will help me learn more anatomy and level up my skills forever. Lunch will be better. Let's go to McDonald's and have diabetes for lunch. That's always a good choice. Of course, I'm not questioning the choices of people. Never. Yes. How are you so fast, man? Practice, practice, and practice. Like Justin says, have everyone say hi to me. This guy says hi to me. Hi to me. Nice. I want to be golden shirt artist. Yeah, I'm just blue shirt artist, so golden will be better. But double black shirt will be the best, in my opinion. By the way, I don't know if you know, guys. Probably you don't, because how do you know? How will you know? There was a guy who contacted me not long ago. It was like a couple of weeks ago, and he said, I know you like knives, because I like knives. Folding knives. I have a couple of knives. I'm from America. I want to send them to you. And I said, okay, show me the knives. They were nothing special, those knives, but I don't have them. So I said, okay, if you want to send them, it's not a problem. And he sent me a couple of knives, and also what he sent me with the knives is this kind of stuff. It's alcohol. Small bottles. This is vodka, and this is whiskey, and there are a couple more bottles like this. I don't know why. Maybe he thinks that we don't have this in Bulgaria here. We have most of this. Not everything that he sent me we have. But yeah, it's a nice gesture. I'm just saying. And two knives he sent me. They are nothing special, but he just wanted to send me something. There are people, like, interesting, good people. Sometimes. But of course, buying my courses is completely enough. So you don't have to send me anything. Especially firearms. Because I know Americans, they love firearms. Don't send me firearms. Don't do this. you will get me into a lot of trouble. Here in Europe, we are limited of these firearms things. We don't actually have them freely, which is sad. I like firearms, but I don't like to own one, especially in Bulgaria. It's a trouble to own a firearm here. It's a big trouble. And also, if you accidentally use it against somebody, it's not like in United States, it's self-defense, no problem, you go. It will be a little bit more complicated than that, most likely. A lot more complicated. So, we better not go there. Also, most people don't have firearms here in Bulgaria. Even the bandits, if they go into your house, they will be armed, for example, with a pocket knife. Or some kind of bat, but not a firearm. So if you use a firearm against them, even for self-defense here in my country, even if you use a firearm against the robbers in your own house, in your own home, it will be very bad for you, not for them. Yeah, they will be probably dead, but it will be bad for you after that. So, I'm not particularly fine with it yet, with this girl. But we're getting there, and we will get there at some point. Those boots are pretty difficult to do. But I'm hoping that with skill and a little bit of time, maybe I will be able to fix them. Nico, what can you say about 3D Code? Nothing, because I haven't used that even once. Hello Master, please talk about the income of the profession without the courses income actually. The income of the profession, it depends on how good you are, how where you are in the world probably, and this kind of stuff, you know. Because there are, for example, a lot of very good Ukrainian artists, we may say, Bulgarian also, but we don't get the money that one artist from Germany or from America will get, even if they are not as good. It depends where you are. Even now, in this day and age where we are working from home and remotely and everything, we're getting a little bit less. Which is not bad. I mean, our prices here in our countries like Ukraine and Bulgaria are lower than in United States, for example, but not much lower these days. They were much lower back in the day. Now they're not so much lower. That's a little bit concerning. Wages are lower, prices not as much. Hardcore. Is there any equivalent of curve brush in ZBrush like curve snap in Blender? I'm not sure about that. Did you swap ZBrush to Blender? I'm new here, but follow your old videos and notice that you use Blender. I was using ZBrush back in the days, yeah. Anyway, how's going you feel about the pipeline? Is it more easy? You know, in ZBrush, usually, what people are doing is only high poly. In Blender, you can do all of it. High poly, low poly, unwrapping, UVs, and texturing, even baking, everything. That's my latest course, what is about. It's making a character for game only with Blender. And I think it works. I think it works. Now, here what I see is the body is a little bit smaller, so I will inflate it a little bit like this. Then what I see is the head is looking awkwardly bad. Because probably the mouth is a little bit too big for the head. So I will dial it down a little bit. Overall, we have to work on the head a lot because it is very important. Now, before that, I will see, apply the mirror here. Then I will get one of the legs. No, I will Control Z, get this merge out. So apply the mirror now, and now I will be able to get one of the legs only. P selections to separate it, and now I will take this leg, and fold it. So first, the upper part should point kind of forward, and then we will go like this. Oh, what's happening here? We don't see the mask, which is awkward, and I don't like it. Do we have actually a mask? Let's see. We don't have a mask. Okay, now we have the mask. Obviously, I was pressing something else, or Blender sometimes becomes a little bit buggy. So it's fine. Shift click here and fold this like this. So we have a base of one of our legs. Let's go to the other one and make similar things. So mask this area. Smooth the mask, and maybe I will press M and mask it a little bit more because I just missed the point. And then we will go and straighten this up. So shift click here, straighten this, like probably like this will be better, and then remove the mask and put the leg where we need it to be. Something like that. So if we're doing a girl which is standing on one leg, you always want this leg to be like this, a little bit more inside. This gives us a little bit better pose as a whole. So now I think this is kind of on point, but we have some other issues. So I will take this whole thing and move it up without this leg, because I think the torso should be longer. It would be a bit better. The other thing that we will do now is make this ass here in this area better. So like this. In the back, we don't care about it. Now, you see, this is 3D, right? So if we are doing this for a figurine or something, we will care about the back here. Yes, a lot. We'll care about the back of the ass. We will do this. We will do this, inflation here, and all this stuff. But since we are making it just for the stream here, we will not care about it that much. But we definitely want to do this kind of thinking here and move this upwards like that. We need to curve her like this more. Bigger breasts, maybe. This arm is not exactly in position, in my opinion. So I will move it like this. A little bit better. More silhouette we have. This particular face is a little bit more like a horse. So the face that I did is more horse-like, which I don't particularly like, of course. So we will do a little bit more on the face if we can, but later. For now, we need to fix some things on the legs. When you are posing some part of the body, doesn't matter, leg or arm or whatever, then you have to sculpt on top of it, because it's never good as it is. Almost never. Maybe there's a chance 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 100,000 or whatever that it will be fine as it is, but usually it's not. So we have to kind of go and fix some stuff. Let's see, this area here, we have to make it a little bit more thicker. Overall, interesting stuff. Yeah, I think it's happening, except for the face. The face is like horse-like I said already. We don't like it, so we will probably work on it a little bit more. Yeah, some people will say, yeah, the face is fine, but this is just if you say this to yourself, the face is fine in this position of the face, in this ugliness of the face, then you are lying to yourself and you have to stop it. You have to stop lying to yourself and start being a little bit more true to yourself. So now I have to find the teeth. They're here, and push them forward. Yeah, Freddie Mercury is here. Okay, no. Let's put it back. Now it's a little bit better, although the nose is still the weak point here, in my opinion. So we will make the nose a little bit wider overall, so it's more like in the concept, but not quite. So now it's a little bit better because I moved the whole mouth and nose thing a little bit forward. It was too much like this, which doesn't usually look perfect. Although like this she will look more Asian. Let's see. Yeah, not super bad. I kind of like it, but still we will do it like this. So we're more like in the concept. Like. Okay. Now I will have to fix a lot of things for the hair. So this part of the hair will go like that. It will create a little bit of a silhouette in this case. And this particular part here should go forward here. And you see that it's stretched a lot and everything, which is not a problem. I will just inflate it, smooth it, inflate it, and smooth it, and it should be relatively fixed. So sometimes you have to be brave when you're sculpting. Just do it, you know, and then you will think of how to fix it, because it will be shit. But sometimes we just do shit and it's normal. We have to admit it. We have to embrace it. We have to be aware of that shit that we're doing. Even I am doing shit sometimes. Unfortunately, nobody is insured of non-shittiness. We all do shits. Shits all over the place. Now, here I will try to do some brides. Very, very basic and very quick way of doing something that resembled brides. Yeah, if you want to do it properly, it will take a lot more time. It will take, like, even for the brides, to make it properly, it will take like 2 hours, for example, which we don't have, obviously. So we will do something that resembles brides. Or braids, I'm not sure, brides, braids, whatever. Whatever ring your bell, or I don't know how it's exactly the thing to say. This is her hair in the back here. It's a little bit like this, it's visible there, it's fine. So yeah, we have to make something like a dress for her. So I will just smooth this out and make a little bit of a lining here. Good. It's not super bad. Maybe her head still needs to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, I made it smaller, but usually I'm wrong with this. Sometimes it should be just bigger. Yeah, this I think I like more. She's looking more like a real person than like 2.5 meter tall giant. And this 2.5 meter tall giants I'm doing a lot, usually, so I know my weaknesses and I'm trying to fix them. Now, here I will do this just to put the other arm on a good position. As you can see, this arm is going down from the shoulder, is going like 45 degrees. The other one is going almost completely horizontal. That's what we're doing. This horizontal arm looks shorter. Yes, but in the concept it also looks shorter, so we probably will just leave it. Her hands are actually bigger in the concept than they are in real life. So in my case, those hands are small. And I will make them bigger again. So let's select both arms, and make them big like this. And then probably we will be a little bit better. But yeah, it's always about adjusting. It's never ready from the start. Like, do it fast and make it ready. No. Now let's make save. We always need to save. Now I will make her dress. So it will come from here. It will cover some area in here, and it will end in this area. This will go like that, and here it will end around here. So this will be one part of her dress, which I'm doing. Then I will go and mask extract, inflate this so we can see it better, and smooth it out and adjust it. This time I'm not, as I said, I'm not interacting more with you guys in the chat, because this is a whole model. I'm not so relaxed. Usually when I'm doing just a head of Hellboy or whatever, it's super easy, it's very fine, everything is relaxed. I'm watching the chat sometimes. Now I'm trying to make this a little bit nicer and overall almost like a finished sketch of a character. That's what I'm trying to achieve here. That's why it will be not so... what I'm doing here. Let's go to sculpt mode Q, max extract. It will not be that much relaxed, so I'm not answering that much questions, especially when I'm not happy with some parts of the character, especially the head. I'm still unhappy with the head. I just don't like it. It is what it is. Some people probably will say the head is relatively fine, but most of you will say the head is shit, which I agree with, and we need to fix it. We need to make it better. We always need better female heads on our sculpt. So maybe the most of the time that we will spend on this model will be for the head. This is the base of this clothes that she has. They are not ready maybe, but they are fine. Now here, if we look at her from different angles, we will notice that she probably will not stay upright, but I will just do this, for example, and yeah, she will stay. When I finish this, okay, yes, not bad at all. Now here I will do a little bit more fattening, because Chung Li, the real one, not this Chung Li from AliExpress, I would say, but it's not exactly from AliExpress because it's not Asian. So it's Chung Li from Europe or America or Canada, I'm not sure. She's obviously not Asian. We don't care about this either, so I will just inflate it and be done with it. What was I about to say about Chung Li? I don't know. But yeah, even if she's not Asian or whatever, she has to have kind of a big thighs. That's the trademark of Chung Li. So we are trying to achieve this here. A little bit of a folds in here with pinch. I will pinch them, then I will make them a little bit sharper. And then maybe we can pinch them here and smooth them out. The folds, when I do them, every time I'm making something, then smoothing, then remaking and smoothing again, and all that stuff, because it is kind of hard to do folds. And it's difficult to just do them very quickly and to be done with it. So this is one of her shoes, high heel shoes she has, which is fine. Like it. She's a fictional character. Usually I don't completely like... I'm not super fan of high heel shoes on females. Not on me, on females. I like just normal shoes them to wear, but whatever rings their bell, it's fine. For them. If I'm not wearing them, why I should be bothered, you know? Oh, we have almost 200 people watching, which is great. The last stream was 2 days ago, in Saturday, and not so many people were watching, but I was not expecting. Saturday, everybody is resting and stuff. Although today, in my country, is a non-working day. It's Monday, yes, but it's not working day because we have a national holiday. I was about to say the combination of Bulgaria, but it was the... How is it in English? I cannot recall it, the word. When two parts of Bulgaria, which were separated for some time, they combined together. They come back together. So the comeback togetherness of Bulgaria, we celebrate today. You know? Have you been in Southeast Asia? I've been to Thailand, to Vietnam, to China. So maybe yeah. Inflation bad for economic, but good here. Probably yes. Inflation sometimes bad, but here it could be a nice thing. Chung Li. She looks more Asian in my case, I think. Which is not a bad thing, we may say. It's fine. But still, I need to make her chin a bit smaller, maybe. And here, increase this. And... Or, let me see. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But it doesn't matter. Maybe it's time to color it, but before we color it, before we start coloring it, we need to do a couple more things. So first we need to do a plane. Now it's almost 1 hour into this, and we have something that resembles what we need. So it's fine. It's relatively cool. So we will do her dress, the bottom of the dress from here. Hopefully YouTube will forgive me for the pornographic content. Stupid bots. Yeah. Yeah, I can be bad, you know, like these stupid fucking bots. Are they gonna do something stupid? Probably yes. Yeah. Every time I'm doing a female character and she has to be naked in the beginning before I put clothes, because that's what we do when we sculpt, it's normal. And then the YouTube algorithm is like, haha, this time you messed up. Now I'm gonna kill you. No, it's not yet like that, but I'm expecting it to be at some point. So we'll see. But yeah, it's not yet. It's not killing people yet. But of course, we all know the movie Terminator, and what happened there is awful. We shouldn't allow this to happen. We should be more careful with the AI. So we'll see. We need those interesting things on her arms. So what I will do is, I will go to mesh, I will go to cylinder, and now I will make it here, this particular thing. I will make it, oops, let's do this. Let's do this. Now, here what I will do is select this and this, here, and then I will press right click and bridge faces. And now we have this, you know, it's amazing. When you know your stuff, sometimes things happen pretty nicely. So let's get a cone and put it here. And how to know your stuff, you will ask. Yes, that's a very good question. You will know your stuff when you have a lot of practice with a lot of courses and tutorials. Because without courses, tutorials, and or YouTube videos, because let's not lie to ourselves, you can actually learn Blender only with watching YouTube videos. That's absolutely true. But in order for me to sell my courses, I would say that you cannot learn Blender only with watching YouTube videos, because you have to buy my courses. But you can actually learn it only with YouTube videos. But you have to watch this video and that video and every. If you want to learn how to make characters, it will be a little bit easier to buy a course directly, and everything will be presented there for you. Of course, many people think that when they're buying the course, their work is done, so they don't have to do anything else, which is a little bit of a bummer because they have to do something, which is to make the character on the course. Otherwise, it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna work if you don't do it. If you don't practice, if you don't do your own character with the course, with me, just watching the course without doing anything will give you just some relative knowledge about the situation, but not too much. So I'm actually saying that you should work. Yeah, I know it's blasphemy. And people are thinking, okay, why am I giving you $20 and I have to then sculpt and spend hours in making stupid characters? Why shouldn't I get all the knowledge just poured into my head? We haven't invented... Yeah, I know, this is a very valid thing to say. We haven't yet invented the pouring of the knowledge into the head, like in the Matrix, for example, with these things inside and just pouring you karate and kung fu and everything, and you became a superhero. I don't think it works like that in the real life yet. But I may be wrong. I don't know. It's just I don't know I don't know everything. You see, I know a lot of stuff, but I'm a human. Yeah, I know it sounds very improbable, but I'm pretty much human, and I don't know a lot of things. What do we have here? Now we have almost there, but she still looks not good in the face. Yeah, the legs are relatively fine, and the body is fine, but I'm sad because the face is bad, and when the face is bad, Nico is sad. You know, this is just how it works. This is how the world works. I will try to work a little bit more on the face, and maybe when we put the color of the face, then it will be better. Hopefully. A little bit more resolution usually will not fix the things, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. What will fix the thing is probably the color will give us a little bit more of an idea. But if I have to do this, not for a stream, but for real, I would spend like at least 3 hours only on the face. And now I have spent way less than that, because up to this point, for everything this is 1 hour. So imagine that we didn't have too much time on the face. Yeah, that's why the face is shit. I didn't want to say that, but I don't like it. So yeah, we will try. I'm not saying I'm giving up on the face. Yeah, I like to try more. We can finish on the face. I mean, no, we can do a lot of things on the face up to the end of this. That's what I'm wanted to say. Finishing on the face is also a good thing, but it depends on if the girl is up to this, you know, because if she's not, we cannot make her. Yeah. We probably can, but it's not a good thing. Now we are living in these days of time that equality, gender equality, and making somebody do something with because you're stronger is not good in these days. No, the law of the jungle doesn't apply too much in the modern countries, I mean. In the more developed countries, especially. In the not so developed countries still, yeah, probably. It is fine to use the rule of the strength. The stronger one wins. But in the more developed countries, the smarter one usually wins. But if you are stronger and smarter, then you should win everywhere. In order to do that, you need to develop your mathematical skills, your IQ skills, and also you have to go to the gym. And you have to train MMA. And then, only then, you'll be sure that you will win. All the time. You will do nothing but win. Just win, 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 win. Win, 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 win. Alright, we will not win now. We will just wait a little bit before we win. And we will do just a basic color. Now this color is pretty bad, but we will try to put a little bit of yellow here also. And here too. No, not here, here. And you see, when we have variety of the color, it's better, but we need more variety. So we will go with a little bit more like this. She's gonna be an Indian. Very red hair, red skin. We don't approve that. So we will have to go a little bit not so much. Yeah, maybe more yellow. Let's go more yellow in this particular areas. All right. And here also in a few areas more yellow. Yeah, that's not superb, we may say. But whatever. Okay, I'm selecting all the things and I'm coloring them, just basic stuff. Here I don't know what's happening. Okay, we have this kind of a dark blue. Let's take this dark blue. Kind of a darker blue like this. Maybe it will be more uncolorful, so not so colorful. And color this and this, and this part here will be with this color also. Nice. It's starting to get there. Let's go. The color of the hair should be maybe this color. Yeah, this is not bad for the hair color. It's not, it's brownish, but still probably it will work for this particular character. We'll see. Not bad at all. Now what else do we need to do? A little bit of yellow here and there. Golden. Because silence is golden, golden. By the way, we need to do some cylinders for the hair. On a couple of parts of the hair we need some cylinders like this. And we just put them there. And we color them. And that's it. It will be very easy actually to make materials for this girl. Especially the gold material is pretty easy to make in Blender. You just make it yellowish, orange stuff. And then you put metalness. And it's done. Super easy. Of course, it will be nice if you have some interesting HDR, because metals, whatever metal it is, it needs reflections. And if you don't have HDR, If you just have a plain background, it will not work that well. So you need HDR. Okay, here let's make her lips a bit red. So as we see, the lips of our character are quite red. So let's make it reddish. Like this. I usually don't like to make the lips of my characters too much red with like this very, very harsh lipstick. But in this case, maybe it will work, we'll see. No, it's too much. It's always too much to have this huge red. And again, I'm telling you, making the head of the character is the most difficult thing. As you can see, I'm even struggling to make her nice head. But this works. I mean, when you're making this black here, it's always nice. And I'll have to dial down a little bit like this here, so we're not having so much black in the bottom. We don't need the black in the bottom that much. We need the black in the top though. So what I will do is I will move those up and away so we can see them better above the eyelid, those eyelashes. And then I will go and select with Shift X this color and just go with it. And again select this and do this. So yeah, this is maybe not the best, but it's working so far. So far. A little bit thicker eyelashes would be better and more curved so we can see them above. So they're making a little bit of a silhouette. If we don't make them make a silhouette, it will not be as good. So yeah, selecting this color also from the hair. Of course, I have to be on this. So selecting this color and then making the eyebrows. All right, good eyebrows as always. The amazing eyebrows that Nico makes are always very, very distinguished, and they always disappoint, we may say. They always disappoint so much. Everybody, even Nico himself, is disappointed with the stupid eyebrows that he's making, but still, it's fine. If he can't do it, he can't do it. Don't make him. Relax, it's fine. He's suffering enough about this. Selecting this, maybe the inside. No, I will do this. Then she has brown eyes, right? Okay, let's select this color, why not? And make this brown stuff like this. Maybe we can go with the color burn and here. Oh no, color burn is not good. So let's go with color dodge, always a good thing to have a color dodge in here like this in the bottom. Then we will select this color, and without color dodge but with mix, we will just do this. And then always make the shadow of the upper eyelid like this. And the last thing that we need to do here is very important. We need to do this. Yeah, so now when I look at her, she's not as bad as she was without the color. So the color is making her a little bit better, but not too much better. So we have issues, I would say. And one of the issues is I cannot select this mesh, okay? When you go close, then you can select it. Like this is fine. Let's try a little bit here. So yeah, as you can see, we are 1 hour and 15 minutes into this, and we already have a relatively fine looking model. Let's generate solidify, fine looking for the time that we have put in it. I mean, it's in any case it's not fine looking, but it is relatively good for a sketch. A 3D sketch I call when I do a model for like a couple of hours, like 3 or 4 hours. I do the whole thing just to see how this will look at the end, but without all the details and stuff, just, you know, like this. Here I will take this, let me think. Probably I should, probably what I should do is make another mesh for the gold stuff, and I will try to do so. So I will do this and here, and here we don't have gold, which is interesting, but I will do it. I will do here gold too, and also we need this thing here, so I will do it. And now let's try max extract. I'm not sure that this will be good, and it's not exactly, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm inflating it so it goes up. Then I will smooth it out. And it's not that bad. I mean, it's not the worst, as you see. But it's very small in some areas. I probably didn't make this thick enough for some areas so we can see it better. But we will see if we can work with it. Yeah, it will be hard to work with this, actually. It will be pretty hard to work with this. But we can, because we don't have too much of a choice. Or don't we? Maybe we have a choice. I will show you. Now, we will use this part, but this parts here we don't want to use. So I will select this and X faces, so delete them. And I will, since I think we have some time, I will do this as I usually do it always, by retopologizing on top. So let's try it. Let's get this, not this. Edit mode. Here. This. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe face I should put here. Move, rotate, scale. Okay. And let's try it now. Extrude. 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 Scale. Yeah, there is something wrong with this. So maybe rotate and scale I will just disable. Scale, extrude, and where it goes here, okay, extrude, R, S, so rotate and scale and extrude again, and extrude, scale, and this is a good base for our thing. We can do the same for the other part, but we'll see. Because here this inner part is kind of could work, I guess. It could work. So I'm fine with it. But the outer layer, it's not working. So this one here is absolute crap. So let's see. Yeah, it's very bad. So I will select it and I will try to do it in other way. Let's see what way we will do it with. So let me see if I can do it somewhere. No, select this. Double click here. Extrude this without a snap. So Control tab or Shift tab is snap. Extrude this. And this should be it. Now I should just select it. And P selection. And that's it. So yeah, this is one of the ways we can do this. The other way, well, you saw it. Now I have to select this and push it closer to her skin. which would be a little bit hard, but we can do it. And yeah, it's not perfect, but it can give you some base. Then you have to adjust it a lot, which I know it's a mess, but still. If you have to, and that's it. Okay, let's color this actual thing. Let's inflate this. No, I will P, but with control. So if I want to make it wider, I will go to pinch brush, and with control, I will reverse the pinch so it will not shrink the things, but make them thicker. And then I will work a little bit more on it. We have time. You see, now 1 hour and 20 minutes. We can do whatever we want. We can even work more on the face, because as I told you, we want to finish on it, so we have to work on it. Oops, no. This color will come here and also in this area. Alright, she doesn't look super good to me. Still. Maybe never she will look good. Now I'm trying to color only the sharp parts, and obviously it's not that difficult. Alright, so here we have something like probably ear, but it's a different color, so now it's better. Yeah, this is her ear. We have to make it more believable like this. Maybe I will make her smile a little bit more, because she's very like... And I can make her, because I am the sculptor and I can sculpt whatever I want. So I can make her smile, I can make her cry, I can make her... whatever. I will make her more bright. Those teeth are bugging me a little bit. They are a little bit horse looking, I don't know. Let's push them back. And maybe I will again try to select them and push them up. Yeah, this is a bit better. Now it's better. Yeah, it's getting better. If we spend like a couple more hours onto this, maybe it will be a little bit better even than now. And if we make it completely from scratch again, next time it should be better. The time after that will be even probably better, and so on. So yeah, many people are afraid to do something a couple of times, but actually it's a good exercise. Every time you will learn something new, every time you will be a little bit better than before. Too much work, yeah, there is no such thing as too much work if you want to get the skill. That's it, guys. Okay, maybe the head is still a little bit small, as always. So this is, I told you, one of my skills, to make the head always not, always too small. So I will make it a bit bigger. Yeah, this is a bit better. Maybe her head is still a little bit small, but it's better, definitely better. Let's try to make some, maybe, I don't know, some render. Just simple render if we can. It would be nice. Before render, by the way, I want to make more variety here, and also here we need to fix this. I didn't want to do this before when she was basically naked, because it would be a problem, as we know. Now we can do this, so it's fine. Alright. Yeah, I'm not super sure about this, but we'll see. We can always adjust. Adjusting is our skill, our strength. Here we need more variety of the color. So let's put some reddish color and add it here and there just for variety. Here also. She will look a little bit more lively with a bit more color, you know. Then, what I want to do is with a little bit darker color to make some shadows, which are very appropriate shadows that we should have on some areas. And then we'll see. This will make sure that we will have those shadows instead of relying only on the render. So when you are making this thing for your own pleasure, we may say, I will join those and remesh. We can make whatever we want. So we can make those shadows completely in the mesh. We can fake it. It doesn't matter. You know, there are people who are making texture for stylized characters and they're baking the shadow in the texture for a game model. So if we are doing it just for the render, it's absolutely fine to bake some shadows if we want. Shadow on the wall. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we have also a golden thing going on here on the what is this, skirt, but let's do it. So select this, extrude, and here also select this and extrude, and then select this, shift this, and P selection, and then now I will just color it with this yellowish color. I have to select it first, of course, but when I do, it's fine. Here I don't like this, so I will just move this away from view. Okay, now it's better. But in this area here, this should be blue actually. So let me just do this because it just needs to be blue like this. Yeah, we're faking it a little bit, but it's fine. She's not that bad. I mean, now it is a bit better than before. I am a bit more confident. Maybe because of the color that we put on the face. But she look more bright and nice. Maybe I have turned, let me see, this or this. This is better, but this arm has to point a little bit more in that way. So, do I want to move it? That's the question. Yes, why not? If this will make the model better, we don't know yet. But let's guess that this will make the model better. We have to just do it. And, you know, it doesn't matter. We just have to do it. This hand actually can be bigger. So let's make it a little bit, at least taller. And the other one also. We cannot make it just by inflating it because it will be stupid. But this way I think we can. And here I will smooth it out and make sure it looks not so wavy. This thing, obviously, we need to select both. Tab, select everything, and move it here. Okay. This is a bit better, right? I think so. It's not that bad. Now, let's put some interesting thing. First, I will go to view. And this thing I want to push a little bit. Okay. Now it's better. I haven't put all the details here. This thing that's, you know, that's connecting those, I haven't, but still it's fine. The fingers, the arms are not looking super great, but I think they will do. They're looking far too bad actually. So let's try maybe to fix them a bit, because we don't like them to be that bad. And they're looking bad because we don't have separate fingers maybe, which is my bad, of course. I told you that I will not do them, and I didn't do them, and now we are doomed. And it's looking like shit. Not super shitty actually, so maybe it's bearable if we make her ass a little bit bigger. Nobody will notice the hands. You know, tricks. These are 3D artist tricks. Alright. Now let's try to do some actual render, but in Eevee, of course. We always do render in Eevee. First, let's go like this. So this is with some lights, which are scene lights. They're not good. Let's try these ones. These ones are not bad. And if we combine them with just a normal sunlight, for example, from the front, like this, and if we put the shadows on, and if we make sure that the face is lit, otherwise it will be bad, I think this is starting to look already not super bad. Now, let's go with materials. Let's go with this leg, for example, and just make the material very easy color attribute, so it's fine. Now select everything and Control L, link materials. Then we go to the gold material, duplicate it and press gold, and now we just bump the metallicness of this material. And then we select all the gold stuff. And at the last we select this thing and we press Control L and link materials. Now everything is gold. That's supposed to be gold. This, I don't know, the hair is a little bit too shiny for my taste, but it's fine. Also the face is not so lit. There are a lot of things that are not so lit actually. So if we have to make this character particularly well, we have to try better. Try more. It's not gonna work just like that. Where are the teeth? By the way, the teeth, they don't have color, that's why they're black. But if we go and add just a color like this, and they will be fine. If we add another light, let's try that. Add another point light just on the face, so the face is brighter. We can do a couple of things with this. We can make the face too bright, and it will be bad. But if we go and make it a little, the light itself to not be white, because if it's white, it will whiten the whole thing, which is gonna be bad. Now it's a bit better. You see, without this light, with this light, the face is very important. So we may even do this kind of stupid thing to just lighten the face. It's not the most actual the cool thing that you can do, but it's fine. So Chung Li. Let's see her, by the way, like this. Maybe with a little bit of a shadow. Yeah, it's not that bad, even like this. It's relatively fine. But like this is better, especially if we have this. Let's put another light, actually, to have more rim light, because rim light here is important. What kind of light I want to put? I want to put an area light. I want to put it back. I don't see it because this is disabled, but when we point it like this and increase it like 5000, then we will have a lot of rim light, which is great, and that's what we want. We want rim light forever. The rim light is good for us. It's making the thing pop up, you know, the rim light. And of course, it's not like the concept. As we see, there are many things that are not particularly like the concept, and the thing that I'm most not satisfied with that it's not like the concept is the face. But that's what we can do for this amount of time. Also, her chest area in the concept is a little bit bigger, a little bit more full. In our case, it's not that much. We can fix that, actually. I don't know if Google not, but YouTube, which is Google actually, will be angry with me. This has to be the gold material, actually, right? Yeah. This needs to be with the gold material. So we go and just gold. Amazing. And since it's now with the gold material, but the color of it is not exactly this color, we have to just color it. I forgot to color it, that's why. This has to be white, and now it's better. So you see, this is this I made it for 1 hour and 36 minutes up to this point. So it's kind of a sketch. It's kind of a 3D sketch. It's not finished at all. Now we can use something actually very interesting, which is multi-sculpt. Let's try multi-sculpt for now, just to see if it will work for us. Create multi-sculpt, which means that we can take all the things and just work with everything, just for now, just for a little bit, and then when we're finished. By the way, as you can see, the eyes became a little bit strange because it has problems with mirror. Hopefully when I'm transferring multi-sculpt, so to have everything again separated, it will be fine, but we'll see. So I can work like this, you know, all the things together, which is nice. Then transfer multi-sculpt. Hopefully the eye will appear, but we'll see. Usually this model doesn't have too much polygons, so it should be relatively fast, but I suggest you save beforehand. I didn't save beforehand, so I maybe messed up, we'll see. But if the eye appears, then we'll be fine. Yeah, so we are fine, obviously. We're absolutely cool. Here I'm not liking this rim light on the face that much. It's not particularly ultra bad, but I think we can make it better. So we can just move this a little bit like this, so it doesn't affect the face that much. But it still affects the face a little bit. Wow. Come on. Now? A little bit. Let's scale it up. The more you scale this light, by the way, the more your rim light will be not so sharp. So we have to be careful about that too. If you want a sharp rim light, you have to make this relatively small. Chung Li. Now, let's see what we can do with... because it's still, the overall model is still not so bright. So, usually, if you're doing this only for render, you can always go, render this, put it in Photoshop, and brighten it up a little bit. The other way to do it is go to color management and try different color profiles. Here, for example, they don't work, okay. Here, AGX, Filmic we can try. Filmic is not super bad. Filmic log, amazing. False color, also very cool. Standard, not bad. Yeah, and the look, high contrast, will give you more contrast, obviously. I don't suggest you kind of touch this too much, especially on a female character. Base contrast should be enough. The gamma is also something that usually you shouldn't touch because it will make this kind of stuff. It's burning it, so it's 1 is fine. Sequencer, we can go here and just try some stuff for this sequencer thing. Usually it doesn't do anything, as we see, but we can go to curves. Unfortunately, curves here in Blender doesn't work quite well as Photoshop, but we can do some interesting things. Just brighten some areas. They don't brighten too much. I don't know what is happening here. So the curves are not that good here. And we can always see, without curves, with curves, it depends. What brings you pleasure, we may say. 150 people watching, which is a little bit strange because in this particular stream that I did just now, it was the stream that I was acting more like I'm doing a tutorial than just a stream. So yeah, you may learn something from it. Unfortunately, not many people want to learn, obviously, these days, because this is almost 2 hours, and it is kind of, at some point, it's a little bit boring. People these days doesn't have this kind of attention span to go to the boring stuff. Love from Iran to you all. Thank you, Iranian, very nice. USD is expensive in our country. I think about freelancing and sell products in Sketchfab, and it's relatively difficult to sell products in whatever you want, except if your models are in exceptional quality, then maybe you will be able to sell them. Upper leg too long, looks too long. I don't think it's too long, it's fine. Inflation bad for the economy but good here. Exactly, yes. Do you like the characters for the animation movie The Bad Guys? Will you make one of them one day? The Bad Guys. It was with some animals, right? But I don't think I watched it yet, so we'll see. Turn on your pelvis to the left. My pelvis, I turn it all the time to everywhere, so it's not bad. I brought your course and having fun with it, both ZBrush and Blender. It's very nice, thank you. Is Chung Li deliberately on or typo? I think it's a typo if I don't know. What do you think it should be? Nico, how long do you sculpt? I sculpt sometimes for 2 hours, sometimes for 1 hour. Back in the days when I was younger, I was sculpting for 10 hours every day sometimes. So, yeah, a lot. What do you do in your free time? Games, movies, sports, or just sculpt for yourself? So in my free time, recently, I am doing some, I don't know, I watch YouTube videos, sometimes I sculpt, sometimes I make these streams in my free time, we may say. Sometimes I'm doing freelance if I have, sometimes I'm playing on my phone, I'm reading books, this type of stuff, watching some movies, TV series. If you will do this character for game, will you do it on spline curve to make the 2 hair stitches? Yeah, probably. Probably the hair will be with a lot more definition made, but now no. Unification Day, yes. Any course on retopology? Yes, the last one has a lot of retopology. And also another one. I think I have 3 courses that I do retopology on. One is with the Captain Fox, so a Super Fox, course about the Super Fox. It's kind of stylized. The other one is for actual game character that I did for Gameloft, and they allowed me to make a course for it in YouTube. And it's absolutely free in YouTube. You can buy it in ArtStation also, if you want to give money for it, because you feel like it's worth it. So it shouldn't be free. So you can go to ArtStation and buy it, but it's actually free in YouTube. In my other channel, which link in the description, you can find it the description of this video and all these videos here. And the last course that I made with the mod girl is also with retopology. Hello, are you streaming always at the same time? Usually yes, around this time Monday. I'm on a train for 11-hour ride, so I've got plenty of time to watch your live streams. 11-hour ride. Wow. That's one hell of a slow train or one hell of a big country, right? Yeah. Or both. Very good job dehorsing the face. Yeah. I think it turned out better than I was expected, actually. More thick, please. Yeah, I'm trying to do it thicker, you know. Do you currently work in the industry or do you dedicate yourself exclusively to courses? Greeting from Argentina. Okay, I'm currently 3 years already, exactly 3 years ago I left Gameloft, so I was there for 15 years in Gameloft. Now I'm not working in the industry, I'm doing freelance here and there, but mostly courses are my way of income. And I'm doing relatively fine. I mean, I'm not saving any money actually, but that's only because I have family and they eat a lot. Otherwise, I would be saving probably a little bit. But nowadays, no. But at least I can buy whatever food I want almost. Although fruits and vegetables, especially fruits, this summer, the prices were wow. I mean, huge compared to last year's. It's just, I don't know if it's the inflation or something else. It's just wow. Robots are easy to beat, even with simple net. Maybe, yeah. Don't clap with these bracelets on, it won't be good. Yeah, it will be a little bit hurtful, maybe. Крутой мужчина снова делает крутые вещи, привет. Hello there, or привет, тоже. Greetings from Jupiter. Will you ever do course on sculpting the torso with different proportions, skinny, fat, buff, etc., like the leg and arm? So I will do a course on sculpting the torso, and probably, yeah, I should do the fat and skinny and female and all those kind of stuff in the course, but I'm not planning this course until the spring of next year. So it will be probably around February or March next year, the torso course. But yeah, it will be there. Jawline needs to be bigger, maybe, and her forehead. Tilt the head on. Why? Yeah, a lot of a lot of people giving advice. Yeah, nice. Of which, by the way, face is small. Why not use color picker on the concept? I don't think it works this way, you know. Especially when the concept is from another program, which is separate one. Maybe it works. Maybe I don't know. But you cannot know everything. That's true. It's a little pink, the color of the lips. Probably yes. I think her head should be a bit okay. A lot of advertisement, or not advertisement, but suggestions. How do you rotate the head? Oh, I missed this one. Let's see. How do you rotate the head while keeping symmetry on? I'm trying to sculpt posed characters. So you just rotate it in object mode. If you rotate it in edit mode, you will lose the symmetry. But if you rotate it in object mode, the symmetry will be there. Unless you do Control A, apply all, and then you will lose everything. Did you go to a 3D art school? No. Can you sign my shirt? Yes. Signing the shirt. Her legs looks fantastic. They are not bad, actually, yeah. Nico sculpting this with no hands. Actually, I sculpted this with one hand. But, you know, one hand is enough to do the other thing, so it's fine. Solidify the plane of the dress. Why not? I mean, it's fine. We can solidify this, actually. Not the dress, but the thing around the dress. It will be better. Okay, I tried to solidify the dress. I don't know what I'm selecting, but now this is the dress. Okay, we solidified the dress. Now I'll solidify this. Well, it doesn't make any difference, so it's fine. sometimes some little things, they just don't are not visible. Hi Mr. Nico, how many million poly you think the minimum needs for figurine sculpt, for instance, under 20 centimeters? The minimum? It depends. I mean, you can make it like 20, 30 million, but then when you have to actually put it to 3D print, you have to decimate it. So it will be probably 3, 4, 5 million. More than that, it will be bad for transportation and everything of the file. So yeah, 20 million is fine in my opinion most of the time. But if you have a lot of detail, then you should go a little bit more up. And of course, nowadays with a decent video card, decent computer overall, and a lot of RAM, Blender can support like 40, 50 million polygons easy, and you usually don't need more than that. I haven't made a character more than 40 million polygons. Probably in my life. Maybe I have made in ZBrush back in the days when I was not as good with saving polygons. Now I am, so it's fine. Forgot to gold plate the hair cylinders. Yeah, but now they are. Yeah, I want to do this challenge. Yeah, this will be the weekly challenge. I'll probably post it today or tomorrow, we'll see. The more I look at her, the more she looks like concept to me. That's the problem usually, you know, because when you are sculpting, you are looking at your model too much, and at some point you stop seeing all the problems, and there are problems always. Even in my sculpts for this amount of time, like less than 2 hours, there will be problems. That's not, there is no doubt about it. Have you enabled Vulkan in Blender 4.5? Great improving sculpt mode. It's not super great, but I think I did that. System Vulkan, yeah, this is the backend. Vulkan, and my video card is GeForce RTX 4070 Super. So it's a super video card, we may say. And my processor is this one, AMD Ryzen 9 3950X 16 core. This, by the way, is a pretty good processor right now. Even the most modern Ryzen, I think 950 or something, I think it's twice as fast. So not that big of a difference for like 5 years of generational change or more. Maybe even 6. I'm not sure when I bought this, but it was kind of a long time ago. Thank you, Nico, for teaching us how to sculpt. That's what I do, you know, that's what I can do. What's your opinion on the industry? The industry is kind of fine, especially the 3D for now is absolutely safe. I'm not saying in 5 years it will be the same, but for now it's fine. The problem with not only our industry, but with all the industries are the unsurety of the economics in the world and the wars and everything, and that's making all the problems. And as you know from the automotive industry in Germany, I think 50,000 people were laid off recently. So it's not our industry suffering only. All the industries are suffering. Even industries that require a little bit of touching, I mean working with your hand. Not the AI is not the only reason. Do you think they will come out with AI-based retopo and quad remesh soon? Hopefully, but I guess not. They should have came out with retopo and everything AI-based already, but they haven't. Check the artist, and he's very good. Also from India. Guess that why his illustration have Indian feel to it. Maybe, yeah. Wow. Clothing course or Riot? Probably it will be Riot for a while, because the clothing course is far from even beginning. Yeah, I haven't actually worked on developing my skills for the clothing course, because I have to work on that. I have to practice. I just couldn't have the will to do it. I have time, but I didn't have the. I cannot overcome my laziness, we may say. That's a problem usually. If you don't have a strong will, that's a problem. Nico needs a roadmap for his courses. Yeah, probably. Hi Nico, when you review ArtStation portfolios? That's a good question, I don't know. People give suggestions because you keep saying you didn't like the head. Yeah, now I kind of am relatively happy with it. Actually, the color picker works even in installation on a different app. That's cool. The finger must be more pointy. Maybe, yeah. Who made that reference of Chun Li? In the description. I was talking about the bottom part of the dress. Okay. The bottom. Yeah, it doesn't matter that much. What's the bigger amount of polish you reached with Vulkan? Polygons, probably, with the Vulkan. I haven't tried it with too much polygons, but I think I made a little bit of a test, and it turns out that at some point, some brushes are lagging as they used to be. So I'm not sure the Vulkan is that much better that people are saying it is. Hello, Nikoto. You has the pretty work and I love so much your characters. A big hello from Brazil. Hello. At what age did you start going bald? Around 25, 26, I think. So 20 years ago. Can you review my female whip on Discord? We'll see. I hope that one day I can see you make retopology and I can learn more and more. Yeah, making retopology in my courses, so you can see that even now. Sir, would you like to say something about failure and why is failure important to learning any work? But everybody knows that. If you don't fail, you will not actually learn. You learn from failure much more than you learn from success usually. I don't know how true is that actually, but they say it is. Because when you succeed, you learn that this works, so you kind of learn. When you fail, you learn that this doesn't work. So you fail again, and you learn that this doesn't work, and eventually if something works. So it's better not to fail actually, if we have to be honest. It will be faster to not fail. Where I can send my sculpt so you can check out. In the Discord server, probably yes. Like Justin says. Justin Gert Wrench. It's the Justin Gert Wrench guy. He has a wrench. Why he has a blue nickname with a wrench? Because he's administrator for the chat. So be careful with him. Don't underestimate Justin in the chat. Should I keep trying even when I haven't seen a major improvement? I'm a little scared I'm wasting my time right now. It could be. I mean, I cannot say. If you try, you have to try for at least 200 hours. You have to try for 200 hours to work with Blender, for example, to sculpt and to do some characters, to watch some videos, to repeat some tutorials, stuff like this. If for 200 hours you don't feel that it's starting to get better, a little bit at least, if you don't feel like it's you're starting to get some pleasure out of this, then probably something else will be fine. But you have to put this amount of time, at least 200 hours, in my opinion. Maybe even more, but 200 will be kind of a good number for minimum. Thanks for the advices and the life. Thank you, yes, thank you for watching. Have you tried using ultra-wide monitors while sculpting? No, I'm using just normal wide monitors. 32-inch monitors. Chris Costa does ZBrush models with 70 million polygons. But, you know, in ZBrush you can do models with like 150, 200, 300 million polygons. You can. But it's useless. I mean, you don't need that much polygons usually, especially for stylized models. Yes, if you want to do pores inside ZBrush, for example, inside your 3D model, then you need a lot more polygons. But I don't do that, so I don't care. Never underestimate Justin Gert neither in the Discord. Yeah, never. 900 hours in and still trying. That's cool. Are you using the UV Packmaster add-on? No, I'm not using any add-ons for UV. I just do the UVs manually. I'm 24 years old and I'm not getting serious in life. Please tell me something which can improve my situation regarding sir. I'm sure that nowadays people which are young, they have the most difficult time, more difficult than us when we were young. Why? Because of all the procrastination that you have available through this especially. And this is, in my opinion, the thing that will be the death of everything, because there's so much interesting things going on there, videos, games, whatever, then you can not concentrate on doing something for actually improving your skill level on anything. So that's why my suggestion probably will be to just throw your phone somewhere on silent mode and just concentrate on practicing. And you will see, if you practice for 5, 6, 7 hours every day, for one week even, at the end of the week you will see, I'm sure that you will see a lot of improvement. It's just inevitable. ZBrush, you can do up to 1 billion polygons, probably even more, I don't know. But Nico, what's next? Next, nobody knows. Next is, nobody knows, even me. But we'll see. It's just, you know, we will think about something. Now, let's go to whips. Okay, nice, good. Oh, very cool. Yeah. Wow, this is not bad. This is not bad. This is also pretty cool. And yeah, this guy, he's good. Actually, he's pretty good. He's I've seen professionals working in the industry worse level than him, so he's pretty good. This is of course Justin. He's still trying, but nice. Justin, make your renders not so obscure. You know, don't try to be artistic with this. We are not artists that much. We are more like how to say it, just sculptors. You want to show your work, not to hide half of it, you know, like this. Okay, here, this is not looking as the concept, but likeness is usually pretty difficult. So yeah, it requires a lot of patience and a lot of work. And even if you put, like, for example, you start this model and you're you're doing it, and you put 100 hours on it, it still can be relatively bad, especially if it's one of the first models that you do. Then the next one, you start it and you put again 100 hours, it will be a little bit better. Then the next one, it will be better. And at the end, after 1, 2, 3 years of doing models, you will do them for way less time and they will be way better. But in the beginning, it's very hard. So anatomy, nice. Stylized man tits, we don't like to show them here. Ooh, alien, let's see alien. Ooh, alien is not bad. Not bad at all. Gabriel. This is pretty nice. This is pretty nice. I would like more folds here on this area. Actually, it looks a little bit awkward. Also, on this particular, some of these leather things, they look too new and they don't have any little folds. You have to have a little bit of something to break it up a little bit. But other than that, it's pretty cool. It looks, this, what is this? This is a frog or something. Toad texture, okay. This is interesting. The legs shouldn't be exactly like this. This is what people are saying, especially Proco. If you watch Proco Anatomy, and you should, Proco is saying that this is the Michelin Man, when the forms are the same in both sides of the leg. And usually it's not like that. It's asymmetrical. In one side it's bump, in the other side it's not as much bump and it's going like this. But you have to watch a lot of anatomy books and everything to fix it. But you obviously don't need it because you have pants. But of course, this particular cowboy has small hands, big head, short legs. So he's a midget. Okay, yeah, in my opinion. The folds on the arms are not the worst, but those on the legs are the worst. So you have to pay attention to this. Wolverine, cool. This is some scary shit. We have now interesting, not bad. This we don't see because it is unsafe for YouTube. And we have a lion here. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching. This was Chung Li. At least the author says that this is Chung Li. Because, yeah, no, by the way, in his artwork, this is called Street Fighter. Just Street Fighter, it's not Chung Li. But the dress is Chung Li dress, actually. So let's say it is Chung Li, right? Okay, let's assume it is. Why haven't you tilted the head and adjusted her eye according to the reference? Because I wanted to do it for 2 hours. So yeah, that's why. That's the only reason. Goodbye and see you.